Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, I feel like bowing here because it's him. He's simply the greatest of them all, the inspiration for so many top-class defenders.
Pedri for Rice. Pedri. It's a throw-in. And it's Pedri. Rijkaard does really well there. He is strong. Haaland. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Messi. Bergkamp. Bellingham. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Van Bouten. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. That pass has been well intercepted. Davids. Messi. That is good progress on the left. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Knocks it into space. It's a promising position. Yamal. Great defending, strong and determined. That has been slung wide. Played through into space. It's played through for him. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Rice.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
For Rice. And it's Timber. Yamal. Haaland! No, not the best of headers.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
That's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Yamal. Well read, nice interception. Xavi Alonso. And it's Chiellini. Yamal. Great vision. Rice. Haaland. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Bellingham. Rice. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that's a throw-in. Davids. Half an hour played now. Driving forward. He's under a lot of pressure there. Now it's Isak. Pedri. And Yamal. And here's Isak. Look at this. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And he was quick to react.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now it's Isak. Now it's Pedri. And it's Timber. Passing nice and neat. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Bergkamp. Messi. Bellingham. And it's Mendes. Looking for the run. Well, that's well seen too. Nuno Mendes. It's Bellingham. Nuno Mendes. Bellingham. This is a promising build-up. Yamal. Great chance! And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal...
And we've reached half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Nuno Mendes. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Juve. No way through there. And here's Isak. Just eases him off the ball. Maldini. Xavi Alonso. Bellingham. And it's Mendes. Pinches it off him. It's Van Dijk. Juve being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Rijkaard.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
He won't be happy with that one. Looking to play him in. Bellingham. Pedri. And he's intervened well there. Tries to play it through. Very nicely done. Lovely pass, but damn it! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Pedri. Timber. Wriggles his way through. And here's Yamal. Engages and forces him off the ball. Rijkaard. Rice. And it's Mendes. And it's Bergkamp. Juve. Can he get on the end of this? Skims one in. Oh, well played. Zanetti. Nice interception, well timed. Bellingham. Now it's Haaland. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Juve running with the ball.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And he shoots! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Isak has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
They've played it short. Rice. Shot could be on. Out towards the flank. Salah. It's Salah! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
A case now of complete control. Oh, it's Dembele. Tries to pass it through. Chiellini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Van Bouten.
That's alert and sharp, and very well played.
He's a sharp little ball here. Edmilson. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Davids.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. That's been drilled in. And he's there to belt it away. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Played back. Bergkamp. Juve.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Juve. He's found the way through. Marquinhos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, easy pickings there. Nuno Mendes to Bruno Fernandes. And here's Dembele. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Can he get it through? Now it's Messi. No way through. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan suffer a humiliating defeat. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Things already rolling.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
And the shots!
They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
Solar.
Xavi Alonso.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Zola.
He's shifting through the gears here. He's had a shot! Oh, it rattles the bar. And he's following up. Well taken goal. They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue. I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Arda Güler goes for a shot! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Not the most accurate pass. And that has been knocked clear.
So
Decent chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Can he get it through? Driven in. And that has been cleared. That is lovely. Looking to play him in. Delivers with terrific effort. Oh, off the bar. And again! Relentless! Just relentless! They are purring, truly purring. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And he's picked it up out wide. Goes for the shot! A whisker away from making it 4.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Vitinha, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. And it's Vieira. And he is Bruno Fernandes! Zanetti. Davids. Rijkaard. Neymar. Davids. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira. Zola. Vieira. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's intervened well there. Gabriel. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Zanetti carries the ball down the right. Zola. Bruno Fernandes has created one goal already. And it's Neymar. Davids. Now it's Messi. Davids. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Maldini. And it's Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Xabi Alonso did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And he's found a way past. Now there's a fine ball. Van Bouten did well to stay calm there. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's a key interception. And that is the end of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Have a chance today, please take
well,
some
that is
time
the
out
first
to give
half
your
done,
support to
and
our
we are
best
ready for
stadium
what
fund.
follows in the second.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 22.
Away we go again.
Hujan. Coming on the field
45
is
minutes to change their fate.
19, Messi.
Rijkaard. Diouf. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And here's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. And that pass just didn't quite work. And that's a dangerous ball. He's having a shot! And that's off target. Zola. Bruno Fernandes. And the through ball. Bullish header! And no mistake. They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Manchester United are having a ball here. Vitinha threads one in. Good ball. Can he finish? And he hits the net. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Vieira. Xabi Alonso gets a foot in here. And it's Messi. Bruno Fernandes. Zola. Oh, strongly challenged there. And it's Rijkaard. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Messi. He has found a way through. Vitinha. Vieira. Neymar. This looks oh, he's having a go! And that's wide.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, it's Rijkaard. Pass somewhat off target. He's looking wide. Bruno Fernandes. He's picked his way through. Zanetti. It's Xabi Alonso. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And they're back on the ball again. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has ended up in no man's land. And this is Zola. No, he's not getting past him there. Now that's well seen too. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That pass has been well intercepted.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Cross in, looks like a good one. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Davids, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a lovely, neat pass. That has not gone well. Looking for the run. That has been cut short. Messi. This is a promising build-up. Now who's going to be first to this? Neymar gets on his bike and on the move. Juve. Vitinha. And it's Xabi Alonso. Neymar.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Vitinha. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling at times.